Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here. Just back from the gym. As I said, plan to get back to the gym more, need to get back to the gym more. I've got a plan. I laid it out. I gave it all to you here in the last live. So I'm running every day and checked 2 days in a row off. So just a mile today, but I didn't particularly want to go and went and did it anyway. So that's a win, right? Now we got a couple more wins. We're going to do some what solds. So welcome in, guys. It is Monday, March 2nd, and we don't have a whole lot going out today, but we've got a few things, and I've got a couple more that are waiting on payment, so we may have a couple more. Let's go through a couple things that we sold here. The first thing is this. You can't really see it because I've got it bagged up in here. We'll put a graphic up over here because you can't even tell what's going on here. I've had that for quite a long time. That was one of the first things I got. To be honest with you, it's a vintage single stitch t-shirt, really cool Native American pattern, got the wolf on there. I thought it would go better than it did. Eventually took an offer today for 15 bucks, free shipping, but it's a very light shirt, so it's only going to cost probably 4 bucks to send out. And it sat for a long time, happy to get it out, and we made a couple bucks on it, so that's nice. This one sold to somebody in the UK. This is a Kobe Bryant rookie card. This is from NBA Hoops. It's a really nice card. It's in like a 9.5. It's near mint. I mean, it's fantastic shape. He paid the equivalent of, well, I guess it's about 49 bucks, something like that. Of course, that includes some international shipping. Not going to cost me much, though, because obviously this doesn't weigh anything. So Kobe Bryant rookie going out to a fan in the UK, so that's very cool. That's gone. This a little thing I picked up at an estate sale. This is a Welch's. I think it originally had like the jelly or whatever in it. I'm not sure. I think it's 1998 vintage Pokemon. These are relatively collectible. I got this for $0.25. It was just sitting with all the other glasses and utensils and silverware and stuff in the kitchen. Picked this up for $0.25, and it sold for, I had to look, it sold for $18.77 plus shipping. I had it up a little higher. I've been slowly, it's had watchers, people have been looking at it. I slowly dropped it down, and eventually somebody took me up on that today. $18.77 plus shipping for a little vintage grape jelly jar or something, right? So that's not bad. Keep your eyes open in the kitchens at estate sales. There's often some good stuff in there. This thing, we are still waiting on payment on this. I'm hoping it's going to come in. This is a vintage Boeing 777 snapback hat. Took an offer of $15 plus shipping on that. So hopefully that's going to come in. This is another one we're waiting on payment for. It went up to auction, though, and it just finished like minutes ago, actually. So they've still got plenty of time to pay. Hard to show it here, but I'm going to put, this is the logo. That's what you want to look for. I'll put a picture up of it here on the side. This is a Spider. Spider, fantastic brand. Spider women's extra large quarter zip on there. It's a nice jacket. I was hoping it'd go for more. The men's would have gone for about 50 bucks. The men's sell for a little bit higher. The women's don't sell for as much. I put it at auction, took a shot, and $26.51 plus shipping. So that's not bad. I'm only a couple bucks into that at Goodwill. So not bad. And the only other thing that we sold today, this actually something else that came through while I was at the gym. This is a Polar Tech quarter zip fleece. It looks just like a standard normal fleece, right? I mean, there's nothing necessarily special about this, except when you look on the back, that tag right there. This is made for the United States Marine Corps, made expressly for the Department, or made expressly for the Department of the Navy, United States Marine Corps by Peckham. These have a really good sell-through rate. If you can find these, I was only a couple bucks into this at Goodwill. It's a vintage fleece. Like I said, it looks just kind of standard, but it's the military green. It's got an old tag in it by Polar Tech, and by Peckham is going to be on the back. And if you look at the comps, they don't sell for a ton, but they sell really well. So a couple bucks into that, pick that up. That sold for $19.99 plus shipping. That's going to go in a padded flat rate envelope. So nothing huge today, but all that stuff piles up. So I'm pretty happy about that. And we'll see, hopefully those waiting to be paid for items come in and we sell, or we send out a few more in the morning. And something tends to sell right as I'm going to bed, or I get an offer as I'm going to bed, so something else might come in. If it does, we'll catch up in the morning and let you know what Tuesday looks like. And like I said, usually later in the evening stuff comes in. And we got a couple. I had an auction finish, and this guy going out. This is a Darrell Henderson rookie card. He's with the Rams. Pretty good running back. I think he's going to be very, very good. So this only 99 cents plus shipping, but you know what? A sale's a sale. So we got that guy, though. This now the third one today that I'm waiting for them to pay. So we'll see if this one, if that actually comes through. But if you remember a little while back, we did a drive-by bolo on the crock pot. I picked that up for $5. Talked to you guys about how you could part that thing out. People don't think about parting out crock pots. Well, guess what? The first part of the three that I pulled apart for that sold. I'm going to spin it around so you can see the front of it here. This is what it is. It's the Rival crock pot. Now, some people will sell, see the front, there's the dial, the knob on there, and then the handles. You can actually take those off and part that out as well. But I figured, you know, it's a lot of work for minimal gain. Plus, you know, if you sell this whole thing, then whoever buys it doesn't have to take the knobs and the handles off their old one to put on the new heating element and all that. So it's the base, it's got the heating element in here, and this sold for $14.98 plus shipping. So $5 all in on this. I've still got the stoneware piece that actually sits inside of it, and then I've got the lid. The lid itself goes for about $19.99 plus shipping, and the stoneware piece I think is about $15 plus shipping. So we're not going to get rich off of this thing, but this part of it, you know, the stoneware is going to be a little bit of a bigger pain, but this part of it, super easy to ship. It's just it's a chunk of metal, right? So you protect it a little bit, you put it in a box with some void fill, and you're good to go. So talking about crock pots, they do sell, at least the pieces to them sell. So I'm going to pack this up before we head to bed. That's what we got for Monday, and I think at this point we'll check in with you tomorrow morning. Okay, it is now Tuesday, and we've got some good news. This paid, so 99 cents plus shipping for that card. That's going out, and the Boeing hat paid also. The Boeing 777 hat took an offer again of $15 plus shipping. They did the math. They wanted to be $20 all in, and that's what they got. So $15 plus ship, $20 for a pretty cool hat. I paid $1 for this about 3 weeks ago at a garage sale. Okay, let's look at what else we got from today. It's been a relatively busy day. Started off with this. It's a New With Tags bow tech. I do pretty well with bow hunting and archery hats. They seem to move really well. Now this didn't move for a ton, but $9.99 plus shipping. Picked it up for $1. I will take that. I absolutely love selling hats. Something else that we sold this morning, I went back and forth on this. This was a retail arbitrage grab quite a while ago. Got it on clearance for something like $6, I think. This is a Glimmer from the, it's a DreamWorks show. It's going to be, or is on Netflix. I'm not sure which. But Glimmer, the little action figure doll. It includes Glitter Blast, so it's got that going for it. I kind of thought that it would go for Christmas, and it didn't go. But somebody in Germany picked it up for the equivalent of, well, they paid 41 euros, which is like $49 or something. So this is relatively light. I think I can get this sent for £1. If not, it's going to be a little bit over, but I'm hoping I can get this sent over there for £1. That's not the only international order we had today, though. That's not the only international order we had today, though. Let me show you the other one. Okay, here is our other international order. This came in right about the same time. It was hopping early this morning when I got up and got to work. This is, it's hard to see just because I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand, hold the shirt with another, but this is a Tommy Bahama. They don't move as well as they used to, but they still move okay. They're just slower. It's a Tommy Bahama denim. This part of that bulk deal where I bought out some of the inventory of a reseller getting out. So I'm like maybe $1 into all of these individual things. and this sold for the equivalent of about $39 to somebody in Australia. So went back and forth on that. Also got a cool design. You'll be able to see that. You can't see it on here, but you can see it on the picture that I'm going to put on the screen. So nice little sale going international. I love my international sales, guys. You got to look into doing that. People are worried about, oh, what if I get scammed? You know what? You get scammed by people in California or Pennsylvania. It doesn't matter. And frankly, I've had less problems internationally than I've had with people here in the States. Something that's been sitting around for a while that you can't see because I got it bagged up. This is a Fireball Whiskey t-shirt. It got hit with an oddball number because it's in the 15% off sale. So it's $16.11. So kind of a weird number, but $16.11 free shipping. It only weighs just a handful of ounces, so it's going to be very cheap to ship. I think I got that for $1 a very long time ago, like 8 or 9 months ago, I think, or maybe a little more. But finally, there's a buyer for almost anything in your store eventually. So Fireball Whiskey going out. Something else I got last summer that didn't move, but moved today, and I'm really glad. These are Miss Me. It's Miss Me shorts. They got the roll cuff down there. It's got the sequins on the back. That's what you want for Miss Me. Let's do it the right side up. How about that? So these, a really nice sale. I was happy with this. Again, something that got caught in a weird number because of the sale, but $29.72 plus shipping for those Miss Me shorts. So pretty good sales so far today. I'm happy. There's your what sold. It's pushing on 5 o'clock on Tuesday, so I'm going to get yesterday's solds and what sold so far today to the post office. That means we get about half a dozen things there early, which is awesome. I do want to circle around real quick to the crock pot, if you remember that here just a little bit ago, a couple minutes ago. I posted something about this on a reseller Facebook page this morning saying, hey, look, you can part these things out. You can make money on them. And it was interesting. A lot of people, I mean, most people were like either, hey, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I do that myself. You know, there's a lot of that. But there was one person who said $14.98. And, you know, packing it, shipping it, that's not worth my time. I'd pass. Well, I think that's short-sighted, to be honest. Now, everybody has their business model, right? I mean, everybody does things the way they want to do them. But that piece was basically just a chunk of metal. Super easy. It took me 2 minutes to wrap that thing. I wrapped it about 3-4 times around in bubble, stuffed some void fill in, wrapped it around the other way, and slid it in a box. It fit perfectly in a 12 by 12 by 8 large USPS box. You get those for free. Tape it shut. It was probably a 2-minute operation. So I did some quick math when we talk about, you know what, maybe that's just not worth my time. Since we're used to thinking about things as a dollar amount per hour, I figured it out. So $14.98. Okay, and I wrote it down, so I'm going to cheat over here. $14.98 for that. We multiply it. Usually to figure out stuff, I multiply things by 13%. That's ballpark 10% for eBay. And it's the 2.9% and the 30-cent fee for PayPal. So 13% is the easiest way to figure it out. So you multiply that by 87%. What you lose is $1.94 in fees. Okay, so that gives you $13.04 left over after fees. Now, we do have to take out tax withholdings, right? So let's do that. Let's add that into the equation. 20% feels like a good number. So let's multiply what we've got left by 20%, and that means we're going to take out $2.61 and hang on to that over to the side for taxes. So our real earnings on that, $10.43. Now, of course, I paid $5 for the whole thing. We're not worrying about net cost and that sort of thing for this equation. What I'm trying to figure out, it's $10.43. That's what we get after fees. That's what we get after taxes. Okay, now, again, it took me 2 minutes to pack that thing up. That's it. 2 minutes was all super, super easy. So what is that per hour? Well, it's easy, right? You take 2 minutes, multiply that by 30, and that gives you 60 minutes, and that gives you what you just made per hour by packing that item. Without doing the math, guys, without plugging it in, you have any idea what that is? I did the math, guys. $312.90 an hour for selling that part of that crock pot. If we were to play out the string, I'd say that's worth my time. I don't know about you guys. I'm down with that. But just wanted to play out that string for you guys. Let you know, I'm trying to walk that line of filling the store with smaller dollar items. And when I say smaller, that's the $10 to $20 profit items. I want to get those $50 items in there. I want to get the $80 items in there, and I'm trying. I'm trying to do a better job at leaving behind the things that are going to get me $4 or $5 and not bother with those, because admittedly at some point you have to draw a line. So I'm leaving some of the smaller things behind, but when you're making that much off of something that's that easy, there's no reason not to have it in your store. Something to think about, guys. That's what I got for you today. I appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time.